Welcome back, everybody. How's it going? So today we are back with another Civilization Restarts episode. But today we're gonna be doing a lot of alliance stuff, and then we'll be having a New Zealand conference. All a part of the setup for episode 100, where we finally will discover the Americas, all this stuff. Actually, mostly all of this stuff. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with Canada, bro. This is gonna be the same situation as Siberia. It's gonna be a storyline I forgot about. We should really do something with this. The issue is there's nothing I can do with this. It's very unfortunate. Anyways, so first things first, I want to wrap up this civil war, bro. This has been going on for way too long. Honestly, I can't look at it anymore, bro. It looks so ugly. It's so bad. So I'm gonna have to finally end this civil war. Yeah. So the ceasefire has ended, and instead of renewing it, the rebels immediately launch a massive invasion. Absolutely massive. They're gonna cook pretty hard. Okay, not that hard. They're gonna cook pretty hard, and they're just gonna keep on spreading this time. They're not gonna stop. That's how it finally is gonna end. They keep on spreading. Actually, this should low-key look like this. Okay. They're also gonna break out from over here, and it's just not really a good situation, honestly, because a lot of this quickly falls. And after all of this, the capital is eventually captured, or the new capital, because the capital has been captured quite a lot of times now. And the capture of this capital is basically the final nail in the coffin because the government collapses, rebel government takes over, and probably the most brutal, I would emphasize that, the most brutal economic crisis in the history of this country happens. And that economic crisis is actually going to lead to something pretty magical happening. And that's going to be these guys losing all of this. All of this is gone, and the capital is going to get moved um, to over here. But all of that stuff is finally gone. All that stuff that caused the war over there in the east, all that is gone. All this north, all of it, all of it is gone. It's not really looking that good for these guys, if I'm being honest. Caspia is like happy though. Caspia is very happy because Caspia is just growing now. There is no one stopping Caspia anymore. Their only enemies were the green guys, and they got absolutely whooped around, and now they don't even exist really. So Caspia is probably the only country in the world that's celebrating right now. Everyone else is a little bit sad, especially the red team, who still has those dreams of a road of countries that connect Asia and Europe, or East Asia and the Middle East. But that dream is dead now because every country that has existed in this area has mostly been killed off. So yeah, with that, I think we can move on to the next thing, which is, ooh, this is gonna be big. Firstly, a new state in Australia is gonna be happening. We have a big thing in Africa coming up, but first it's gonna be Australia. So a new state right here on the edge of Australia